Hi guys, it's that time again. Welcome to my channel. This is Dazzie's top 20 selling comic books of the week, episode 76. And today I'm going to be bringing you the best selling comics on eBay for the week ending June the 4th, 2020. Yeah, I'm bringing you right up to date, guys. Since coverprice.com came on the scene, they've become a go-to spot for watching eBay trends on comics, and they scour thousands of eBay sales to culminate data to spotlight the hottest selling books. As always, guys, let's find out if you can beat me. Most people normally do. And we're starting in at number 20 with a book from 1984. It is an amazing fantasy 15 homage. It was the first homage cover and still the most undervalued. And it's started to really pick up as fans focus on buying classic covers. The book in question, Amazing Spider-Man, issue 252. Like I said, from 1984. This is the first time that Peter Parker dons the black Spidey costume in an Amazing Spider-Man title. Now, this was one of 3 copies released in May of 1984 that had equal claim as the first appearance of Spider-Man's black costume. The other 2 are Marvel Team Up issue 141 and Spectacular Spider-Man issue 90. What did it do this time around, guys? Well, it sold 15 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus 86%, and we had a high sale raw go for $121.50. I paid £30 for mine in October of 2017, and it's pretty decent grade. I put it in the very fine range. That is plenty for me. Of course, everything Venom related and Spider-Man related is on fire right now. Now, number 19 on our list is a book from 1990, and it's the first appearance of a character that just keeps popping up. And a lot of fans are certain he will show up in the MCU before very long. The character in question is Gambit in Uncanny X-Men issue 266. Yeah, I've got 2 copies, guys, and don't think I'm showing off because I know a lot of people out there have multiple copies of this book, but I can't complain. For the combined price of £2.75, I have 2 copies. Yep, Gambit supposed to be coming into the MCU. Of course, we had Tyler Kitsch, who played him in Wolverine Origins, and I quite like the portrayal of Remy LeBeau. They are both signed, my copies. As you can see, where are we? Down the bottom here. I've showed it before, guys. Signed by the penciler, Mike Collins. There's my photo with the man himself, Mike, at the Cheltenham Con. I'm just glad we are not getting Channing Tatum in the role, because he was long rumoured to be. That book, Uncanny X-Men 266, sold 18 copies of late, had a 7-day trend of plus 76%, and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for £425. So I'm not going too badly with my £2.75. One I paid for at an Emporium, like an antique centre, and the other one was gifted to me and my boy from my good friend Lee Kendrick at the local antique centre. Of course, there's the debate, what is the first appearance of Gambit? I've gone through that before. I like 266. Number 18 on our list is a book from 1992, so we're sticking with Marvel all the way so far. And there's a lot of heat at the moment about the Omega Red character, because he's supposedly coming into the Falcon and Winter Soldier TV show, which I find a very odd move for a first mutant to come into the MCU. But this issue is the second appearance, and it's also the first appearance of Maverick. The book from 1992 is some fantastic Jim Lee art as well. Like I said, the second appearance of Omega Red and the first appearance of Agent Zero, aka Maverick, who is Christoph Nord. Yep. If you can't get the number 4, the first appearance, a lot of people are turning to this book. But don't overpay for this one. This book sold 13 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus 107%, and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for $92.89. I keep finding these out and about. I paid £3 for this. This has been my best copy. I think I've sold another one in the past. I usually leave them behind. I won't be from now on. Now, 17 on our list is Marvel, but this time it is from 2020. And there was a little controversy around this variant. Yeah, we're talking variants this time. Something I'm not a big fan of, but I know it's got a huge audience, is Funko Pops. Now, many have posted online that it was quite difficult to obtain this variant with Diamond, requiring stores to order multiple copies of the Comic Moments Funko set of the same image to get one copy. Then you have others reporting that it was an open order. Now, from what Diamond told us, retailers did have to qualify for this variant. Regardless, this one is now a pricey comic, and it sold 10 copies. What is the comic? It is issue 25 of Venom, and like I said, it is a Funko variant, which is an Amazing Spider-Man 316 homage cover. Looks like Scotty Young work to me, though I am not sure of the artist. What can I tell you about that one? Like I said, it sold 10 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus 147%, and a high sale raw went for $120. So that's why it is expensive, guys. There was a bit of heat about that Venom 25. I can't really remember what it was, but I remember seeing like a dinosaur Venom. Like I say, I don't get new books, so I would have no chance of that. Number 16 on our list, and this is more like what I like to go for. We are talking from 1985, Marvel again. And this is a classic cover. And it is more Spidey. And it's another book that's featuring the Black Suit. And it is an undervalued book. I've seen this in the past at £5 and at £10. But now it's getting a little bit more heat. The book in question, Web of Spider-Man, issue number 1. Yeah, I've got several Web of Spider-Man books, but I must admit I don't own the first one because I don't think there's too much in the guts. Well, it had a 7-day trend of plus 118%, and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for $109, which still seems pretty low for that book. Spidey again. It's hitting home this week, guys. And of course, we have had news that there is a Madam Web film coming from Sony. And I made a hot comic book alert about it. And the book is on fire. I remember this time last year, you could probably pick up a copy of that for £20 or less. I can recall it. Now, not so much the case. The book in question, of course, is Amazing Spider-Man, issue 210. The first appearance of Madam Web. And I've said it before, a very strange character, I believe, to be getting her own film. What did it do? Well, it had a 7-day trend of plus 86%, and had a high sale CGC 9.8, wait for it, went for a staggering $699.99. Now, this film from Sony has been called a secret project, though many point to this being a much larger multiverse film. We'll see. Now, number 14 on our list, and one of the hot artists at the moment is Peach Momoko. Now, I've got to be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of this person's work, but this one has really sold me because I like my Star Wars, and this was a book that was limited to just 1,000 copies, and it sold out pretty quickly. What did it do? And what is that book? The book in question is a stunning Yoda cover, Star Wars Adventures, Clone Wars issue 1, the Peach Momoko Yoda cover. Look at that beauty. Now that is one of the better Yoda covers that I have seen. Really striking. She uses like watercolors, doesn't she? I think it's Peach Momoko is a woman anyway. Don't quote me on that. I think so. So what did it do? Well, it sold 10 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus 106%, and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for $159.99. And now raw copies are approaching 3 figures too. Yeah, $100 for a raw. So that CGC 9.8 isn't a bad move for a little bit more. Now there's a good one. Finally, the monotony of Marvel has been broken, and we are talking a DC show. Yeah, I've seen the trailer, and I'm excited from what I see of Stargirl. Yeah, Stargirl. And there's a lot of Justice Society members coming in. There's a good lot of decent villains. I like it when shows showcase villains that we really haven't seen before. Well, anyway, folks are loving the new Stargirl series from what I've seen in reviews. Like I say, I haven't seen an episode yet. And this may be the first CW show to go up in value through the book. Yeah, the book is getting up and up. So what did it do? The first cameo appearance of Stargirl comes in Stars and Stripes, issue 0. Yeah, and Stargirl is Courtney Elizabeth Whitmore. Now, Stargirl did appear in DC's Legends of Tomorrow TV show, but this is a new take on the character. I believe the character actually filmed a scene for the recent CW crossover. It's also the first appearance of Barbara Whitmore, who was in the show, and the first appearance of Mary Kramer. Now, this book is really getting hot. I paid less than £2 for this copy. What did it do? It sold 13 copies at a 7-day trend at plus 123%, and a high sale CGC 9.6 went for $152.49. Raw copies going for $75. Insanity. I'm not sure whether I've even sold a copy of this, but like I say, I paid £2, £1.98 exactly, and that was in early 2017. So it just shows if you get the right formula for a TV show, the book is going to skyrocket. And like I said, this is the first CW show that's really pushed a book's value up. Great stuff. Looking forward to that show. Now, number 12 on our list, and it's another one from Marvel, and this is another one right up my alley. We had the Madam Web announcement. We had a jackpot announcement that is still in development. And another character that we thought was dead and buried is Nightwatch. And Nightwatch's first full appearance of Nightwatch comes in Web of Spider-Man, issue 99. That is our number 12 book, guys, this time around. First full appearance of Nightwatch, who is Kevin Barry Trench. We've also got the first appearance of Blitz and the new Enforcers team in this book. But it's all about Nightwatch. Now, to hear that is still in development is exciting, because Spike Lee was originally attached, but not the case anymore. So this book sold 17 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 97%, and a high sale raw copy went for $11.99. I paid £1 for this, and that was in March of 2017. They are out there, guys. Do not overpay. But a good spec book, I believe. And that leaves us with number 11 on our charts as we hit the big top 10 in a sec. And, of course, the Venom sequel is on its way. Can't wait to see it. Enjoyed the first one. Was it the best film ever? I don't think so. I'll give it about a 7 out of 10. But I'm more excited for the sequel because of Woody Harrelson and the character of Carnage. So, like I say, Venom books are really starting to go up again in value as the Carnage trailer approaches. Yeah, can't wait to see Woody Harrelson with a short back and sides, not the Ronald McDonald wig. And I want to see Carnage and Venom square off. It's going to be fun. The first appearance of Venom has taken a big hit, and it sold 15 copies. What's the book? We all know it. Of course we do. The book in question is Amazing Spider-Man, issue 300. That is our number 11 this time around. Yep. The first full appearance of Venom. Like I said, it sold 15 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 114%, and a CGC 9.6 went for a high sale of $725. That's 20 to 11. Now we're into the big top 10. And I'm not doing great. I've had better days. Number 10 on our list is a book that's just come out. And there are no shortage of Venom variants out there. Now, Venom 25 has just come out. and it pumped out some good covers, but my issue with new books are there are too many covers. And being one of the few incentives out there right now, this one has proved to be a solid seller. It is a Safino 1 in 50 variant for Venom 25. Here's your book, guys. And it's quite a nice cover. There are several covers out there like that, but yeah, that's raw, isn't it? That's how we like to see Venom. Scary. So, what did it do? It sold 16 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus 106%, and a high sale raw copy went for $50. Donny Cates still delivering with Venom. Number 9 on our list. And wow, this book is really starting to take off. I never thought it would happen. Now, the second printing of Ultimate Fallout issue number 4. Yeah, that's the book I'm talking about. And if you don't know what I mean, the first printing, his face is covered. The second printing, it is revealed. And that is the second printing that is getting a lot of traction right now, guys. That's just insane. The second print has been around about a $10 book for the last few months. And now it's just starting to boil. Now, it definitely helps. The first printing is going nuts right now. The second printing sold 13 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 135%. And a high sale, CGC 9.8, get ready for this second printing, really? Went for $349. It's just making me want to beat myself up. Like I say, I've got all my Fallout 4, the first printing, but I've passed on a second copy for about 15 a couple of years ago, and then recently I passed on another one I thought I could have got for 40. But I didn't want to pay that sort of money when you've already got the book. And that's not going to be my case going forwards now. I'm going for multiples if the option is there. So yeah, $349 first, CGC 9.8, second printing. Now, this well-timed book comes on the heels of some Star Wars news, and that Star Wars news revolves around Dr. Aphra. Apparently, Dr. Aphra is going to lead a Star Wars female show on Disney+. And because of that, Dr. Aphra, issue number 1, the 1 in 25 Witter variant, has started to pick up some heat. There's your book, guys. I do like that cover. So, yeah, I believed in Dr. Aphra. I picked up her first appearance earlier this year in Darth Vader, issue number 3. But most Star Wars books are pretty much gold right now. Is Dr. Aphra going to show up in Mandalorian? That's also a rumour for season 2. It's all unconfirmed. But that book I've just showed you could be a smart bet. It sold 19 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 95%, and a high sale raw copy went for $49.99. Insanity. Number 7 on our list. I told you about Jackpot. I told you about Night Watch. Now I'm going to tell you about the other book, the other film that is in development. Of course, you probably guessed it. It's Amazing Spider-Man issue 4. And this is the first appearance of Silk with Cindy Moon, a Korean-American girl who was also bitten by the same radioactive spider as Peter Parker. Yet, a Silk movie is in development, guys. And all that rumour news has really lit a fire on this issue. It sold 17 copies, had a 7-day trend of plus 116%, and a high sale, CGC 9.8, went for $172.50. And I think even that could prove to be pretty cheap. Now, I sold a copy, a raw copy, a little while ago for about 20 to 25. It's a great book. And I don't know how many of you know that Silk, Cindy Moon, is actually in the MCU now. She is a classmate of Tom Holland's Spider-Man. So, I paid £3 for this, and happy enough to do that because this is a minty copy. And I got this at a car boot, and it wasn't from Tony for once. So we move on to an interesting one. And this is more jackpot news. I've talked about, obviously, Silk. I've talked about Night Watch. Now we're talking about jackpot. And this issue is an interesting one because it is The Amazing Spider-Man Free Comic Book Day 2007 issue, the first appearance of the first jackpot. The first jackpot. Now there are two jackpots. The other one appears in Amazing Spider-Man issue 546. I made a hot comic book alert about that one. But there aren't too many free comic book day ones that really gain some coin. Like I said before, I can think of the first appearance of the Umbrella Academy as another example, but there aren't too many out there. It's a good issue, that one, because as well as the first appearance of the first jackpot, it's also the first full appearance of Mr. Negative. That book sold 19 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 126%, and a high sale CGC 9.6 went for $102.50. Like I say, we haven't even got the film yet, and that book is hitting 3 figures. Now, talking of Spidey, this is a weird one to make my top 10 this time round. And you have to really check the sales, because this book sold 22 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus 131%. And a high sale, CGC 9.8, went for $285. Why? I don't know. I can't get my head around it, because this is a reprint that came in 2004. It is the first appearance of the Punisher. It is the Lionsgate movie edition. What a bizarre book to be suddenly heating up. Now, obviously, not many people can afford Amazing Spider-Man 29, the real McCoy, because it is worth hundreds and hundreds now. So people are turning to this book. But paying hundreds for a reprint, not for me, guys. Definitely not. But like I say, it's got an audience now. Punisher is big news. Rumoured to be coming back. Frank Berthel, is it? Oh, John Berthel, who plays Punisher in the MCU, is possibly coming back. We've heard Charlie Cox is possibly coming back, possibly in Spider-Man 3. It would be great if those Netflix heroes come back. You know, my favourite hero is Jessica Jones. But I still can't get my head around that one. In at number 5, that was, on my top 10. Now, number 4 on our list. This book just continues to climb, and I'm saying I'm banging my head against the wall. Because although I've got it, I wish I had 3 copies. The book in question is always a stalwart in my top 20. It is Ultimate Fallout issue 4, the first appearance of Miles Morales, the Ultimate Spider-Man. It's also the issue where Reed Richards becomes the Maker, a turning point where an evil Richards explains his new philosophy to the children of tomorrow. What did it do? Because it's just insane numbers now, guys. A 9.8 CGC went for a high sale of $750. It sold 32 copies, had a 7-day trend of plus 113%, with raw copies now hitting over $200. Oh my days! I'm gonna have to get this one graded, because it's pretty nice. I paid $13.90 for mine in March of 2018. Of course, we're getting into the Spider-Verse, the sequel, and he is rumoured to be coming into the MCU very soon. So a great book, First Miles Morales. Now here's another one. That's a bit of a head turner for me, because it's another later printing. Now, it was confirmed a couple of weeks ago that Riri Williams is coming to the MCU via a Disney Plus series. We don't know how or where, but that is the rumour. Now, while her first appearances are heating up, the third printing is also getting some traction. Now, what sets this apart from previous printings is her face in an image bubble at the bottom left-hand side. And for some reason, this book is on fire right now. The book in question, a little baffling, Invincible Iron Man, issue 7, the third printing. There we go, guys. There's the face. And just to show you, I've got the first printing here with no face. So, baffling. Give me the first printing every day of the week on that one. But like I say, sometimes the later printings do garner more coin than the first printing. Recently, Venom 3, the third printing, has doubled in price on the first printing of that book because of the cover appearance. What did it do? It sold 16 copies, that book. Had a 7-day trend of plus 234%. And a high sale raw copy went for $24.99. Madness. Now, on to number 2 on our list. And it's from 2017. Now, this issue features the first appearance of Evil Miles Morales. He was actually a pretty good villain. And let's face it, Miles Morales hasn't got too many decent villains. And rumours are pointing that he is going to be an adversary for Miles at some point, whether it be in a Spider-Verse movie or in live action. What did it do? Because we are talking the regular cover for this. And that is Spider-Man 2, issue number 1. Now, this book is going well now. Like I say, there aren't many Miles villains out there. Well, I don't have the regular cover. But I got lucky. Because in one of my LCSs, I managed to pick up the 1 in 25 David Marquez variant cover. And I paid just £3 for that. So, yeah, I'd rather have an incentive than the regular cover if and when he does appear. And I picked that up in the back end of 2019. But what did the regular cover do? Well, it sold 26 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus 148% and a high sale CGC 9.8 of that regular cover went for $79.99. Now, the 1 in 50 Tedesco variant, it had a huge $575 for 9.8. The Turner Virgin San Diego Comic Con variant is also picking up steam. So it just seems mine variant that is left behind at the moment, because I can see that in the round about the £8 range. Let's get it up, guys. So number 1 on our list, we're finally there. And this issue is a new issue. AIM has mind-controlled several of Marvel's key characters, giving them the look of yellow. Yeah, a yellow hue. Now, in this issue, we get the Yellow Hulk. And he's set to square off against Captain America. Now, keep in mind that IDW's Avengers takes place in a different universe from the main Marvel universe. So, I'm not really understanding the amount of coin it's going for. With that said, though, did this book sell? The book in question, Marvel Avengers issue 10, like I say, from 2020. This is your book. It is not the best cover in the world for me, but that book is selling. And why? Well, probably because there ain't too many new books out there right now. But 59 copies sold this past week. It had a 7-day trend of plus 971%. And a raw copy really went for $43. Oh my days. That's it. That is my top 20, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. All done in under half an hour. It's a bit of a puzzler for me this week, because I'm going to give myself a couple of half points, I think. I got 1, I got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to give myself a half for that. And I'm going to give myself a half. I can't, can I? No, I'm not. I'm going to give myself 7.5 this week. Pretty lame effort. If you like what you see, please subscribe. Stick the thumbs up. It means the world to me. Take care. That's Daz over now. Bye for now.